Hello everyone, I'm Prasad. I'm here to explain about our music project that is graphical user authentication, a time interval based approach. We have worked for this project under the esteemed guidance of B.S. Anil Kumar sir. Here is our project abstract. There are a number of authentication techniques based upon graphical methods. Previously, text-based passwords are most commonly used, but they are highly vulnerable. So, graphical techniques are coming up as an attractive alternative. We have proposed a graphical method of authentication that employs graphical coordinates along with a novel introduction of time interval between successive clicks. The user needs to recall the coordinates and the time interval of the successive clicks. This leads to incorporation of the advantages of the recent graphical methods along with the added security achieved through the use of time interval. The proposed scheme has a much higher password space than the other contemporary graphical authentication schemes. The scheme is robust, secure, and very convenient to use. Coming to the introduction of our project, this application proposes to strengthen data security with the use of graphical passwords and data encoding. Replace the existing system of typed passwords. Generate password from images, use the same image but very generated passwords, and then protect data in binary form. A graphical password is much easier to remember than a text-based password. Graphical passwords may offer better security than text-based passwords, and it is not possible for an authenticated user to gain access using graphical passwords. Coming to the existing system, passwords are taken from keyboard previously. Images are not used as passwords. Hackers can easily determine the type of passwords. As you know, disadvantages, hackers can easily determine the passwords. Most often, a common password is maintained for different accounts. Coming to the proposed system. Images can be used to generate passwords, and then in an image you need to identify regions in images as source of passwords. You need to provide strength of password on generating the points selected, and also provide password verification on checking the points and sequence in which they are selected. And you can also convert the text into data into ASCII format and unreadable form. Graphical passwords can be recovered using pure recall based methods. Here is an example how our project works. You need to generate strokes by clicking on the picture. Each strokes has some coordinates and they are stored in database present in our system along with the time interval with which they are clicked. And while retrieving the data, user must generate the same strokes with the same time interval to get authenticated. And then coming to the advantages, data security, as you can encode and decode the data, generation of secure passwords using images, and the scheme is robust, secure, and also very convenient to use. And then what are the modules present in our project? First module is user identification. This module allows the registration of the users. The users are created in the SQL server or Oracle database. Each user is associated with a UID and a password. And then coming to second module, graphical password generation. This module allows the user to generate password from an image. The user has to select image and then click on the image to generate stroke. Each stroke provides a pair of coordinates x, y location from the image. Then database stores the x, y locations, number of clicks, and also the time interval between each click. And then while verification, this module you need to retrieve the password by checking the regions user clicked and the number and also the number of clicks and also keeping in mind the time interval between each click. And then they also provide data encoding and decoding. This it also allows a file that is chose during password generation to be encoded using Caesar shift or shift cipher or Caesar cipher. And then these are our project requirements. As you can see, a processor of i3 or higher and a RAM of 2 GB and a hard disk of 256 GB, and our operating system is Windows 7 or higher, and then software used are Oracle and Java. Here is an look at our UML diagrams of our project. This is the use case diagram and then class diagram of our project. This is the object diagram of our project. Here is the sequence diagram and then the activity diagram finally. Here are the results of the project. This is the login page of our project where user needs to enter his username and a password. Only after this he will be able to get the access of our home page where he will be having the options of graphical password generation and also graphical password verification. While graphical password generation, you need to select an image file for setting up a password. And on this selected image you need to generate strokes, and in the below you can see the confidential data column where you can give the data which is to be encoded, and after saving this you will get a graphical password generated with an ID number. You need to keep in mind this ID number to get the to get access to the encoded data. and this is the password verification page where you need to enter the user ID and a password, and after fetching all the transactions belonging to that user will be displayed in the transaction list, and then user need to select his transaction ID, and then the respective image for the transaction ID is displayed, and user need to generate the strokes which we had given while generating the password. And then after giving the strokes with time interval, he can retrieve the data. And here is the conclusion of our project. The application can now be used in various organizations and industries where users or staff communicate over the network. The application provides security in making the data unavailable to a hacker. Organizations or staff can now secure data in various containers other than images. Graphical passwords are future and can be extended on the web. Here are the references of our project, and thank you.